Chapter 1. Langston Kendricks walked into the bedroom, expecting to see his bride waiting apprehensively at the foot of the king-size bed. He assumed that she would be gnawing on splintered fingernails and fidgeting about. He wasn't in the mood for a virginal bride. Langston knew that his 31-year-old bookish wife was an awkward woman who spoke of nothing but chromosome analysis, karyotyping, and finding an effective treatment for her pediatric patients. Ashley Winters, Mrs. Ashley Kendricks, was socially awkward. The PhD graduate always felt more at ease around aging professors and molding textbooks than good-looking young men. She was absurdly rich, but one wouldn't know it to look at her. She wore no jewelry, she owned no car. Her only mode of transportation was a vintage bicycle. Langston Kendricks also assumed that she had no wealth of her own. He imagined that she was Daddy's little girl, getting by on Daddy's money. Why else would she look like a disheveled mess beneath wrinkled medical attire? The doctor's wardrobe consisted mostly of pale blue scrubs, white lab coats, and an assorted array of colorful scrub caps. No high-heel shoes dominated the floor space of her closet. She only owned one sensible pair of black shoes, which she wore faithfully to television interviews and to business conferences. Ashley much preferred medical clogs and sneakers because most of her days and nights were spent at Penn's Landing Memorial Hospital or the impressive mega lab situated adjacent to the renowned medical facility. Langston could count the number of suits his wife owned, 5, one for each day of the week, and they were all dark in color and similar in style. The young molecular geneticist needed her daddy's money in order to land the likes of him. He was a beautifully handsome man, and he didn't come cheap. Langston visually searched the suite, but saw no evidence of his new wife. He scanned the adjacent room and halted his steps. He couldn't believe his eyes. Sitting in the middle of the floor, bent over a laptop, was his wife. He frowned. She was typing incessantly, and her face held a jubilant expression which transfixed her lips into a deep smile. It caused Langston to furrow his brows and then unravel them. He watched in fascination as the nerdiest woman he'd ever seen continued to work. She had a pencil between her teeth, and every few minutes she stopped typing and jotted something down in the thick black binder lying next to the computer. He continued to stare. The woman seemed to have no thoughts of celebration in her mind. She turned slightly and peered at the screen of another laptop, which was angled in such a way that both screens were visibly seen. Was this his wife? Could this slender woman with a short blonde afro and a pair of old-fashioned glasses perched on her nose be his dutiful Ashley? No, this had to be a mistake. No woman would willingly work on her wedding night, especially not a girl who needed her father to coerce a man into marriage. Who the hell had he married? Wondered Langston as he took in her excited, feverish look. Langston felt something tug at his heart as he continued to watch the busy woman scribbling feverishly in a book. Was it disbelief? Was he feeling neglected, ignored, forgotten?